A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Fake. They'll look to throw. Man open. That's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He's going deep for Brown. He's got him in, complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Makes the score.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Dalvin Cook, the ball.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 30.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The end result, 21 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
Cousins gives one to Cook, and he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Dalvin Cook.
Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down at the
43. Things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. tying this thing up. And it's up and good.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Man open left side is Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Eluding the pressure right. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Inside the 15-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll look to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's their quarterback. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Vikings 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Smith Jr., 62 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all lining up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And that's a loss loss of 7 on the first down play.
Yard loss leads to 2nd and goal at the 14-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. The play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Complete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Tucker now following the main field goal, set to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Position on him, and he pulls it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
10 and the 42-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Thielen, a 2-yard pickup, makes it 3rd and 8.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Here's Cousins. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
so with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year bet knocks it to the goalpost. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football. It's something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. Going up top. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now, and the Vikings are going to take the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike at 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
17-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good relax.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back. He's trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost.